Hey everybody, and welcome back to another life lesson. All right, hold on just a second. Okay, today's lesson, we're gonna talk about them flying monkeys, okay? Them good old flying monkeys. Now, for those of you that don't know what a flying monkey is, this is in reference to narcissist. Basically, a flying monkey is someone that is usually related or a friend or a coworker or anyone that the narcissist can get to believe in their story they've made up in their head about usually the person that has left them, okay? Now, from my experience, from what I've seen, and also what I know, these flying monkeys usually knowingly or unknowingly know the full story. But we're just gonna go with they don't know because they only got one side of the story. So technically they don't know. And what I mean by that is, let's say for example, narcissist wants X to be followed, okay? Because he's trying to get dirt and whatnot and what have you that he can't seem to find. And the person that is being followed is getting paid to follow, right? Said victim, right? And the person that is doing the following, like I said, only has one side of the story. And, but all this person that's doing the following for the money, all they know is I'm gonna get some money, I'm gonna get me a 60-inch TV, okay? We don't know if it's a 60-inch TV involved, we just gonna throw that out there. But what the flying monkey, who is the same person that's doing the deed for the narcissist, what they don't know is where is the money coming from that said person narcissist is gonna pay you, flying monkey. See, this is why it is so important to not get duped into being bribed to do anything. Because if a narcissist is asking a flying monkey to do something, your first question should be, why can't you do it yourself? Because, I don't know, this is just strange to me. Why does a narcissist have to pay a bunch of people to go after one person? I mean, dang, one person? And then when you find out that the money that flying monkey, the money that you're gonna get paid with is coming from an illegal source. Yeah. So now, flying monkey, what you thought was you just gonna get you a good old 60-inch TV, now you've committed a crime. You've committed a crime, whether you know it or not. That is why it is important to get both sides of the story, or better yet, flying monkey, don't get involved at all, because if somebody tells you that they're gonna pay you, unless you're a legal private investigator, if somebody that's supposed to be your friend, notice I put that in quotation marks, somebody's supposed to be your friend, and they're telling you to pay, they're gonna pay you to do harm to another person that don't want them. But you don't ask why? I mean, does that even make sense, flying monkeys? I'm being serious right now. Know what you get involved before you get involved, or don't get involved at all, because after all, it ain't none of your business. And here's the one thing you don't understand, flying monkey. Karma doesn't miss. Whether you know or not that you are committing a crime, you are still an accessory. So when you find out that you have committed a crime, what are you going to do, flying monkey? 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to disconnect from the narcissist because you don't found out you got played. And then here's the other thing, flying monkey. Since you have decided to disconnect from the narcissist, now you got the narcissist on you and your conscience of knowing that you are a part of a crime. Now, what if that crime entails that victim getting hurt? Flying monkey. What if something happens to the victim now? Now you really got to think, what are you going to do? Because now the person you were following has now gotten hurt some kind of way. And in your mind, you're thinking, damn, that's messed up. Now you gotta make a decision, flying monkey. Are you gonna tell what you know? Or are you just gonna let that poor little victim continue to be victimized? Stop getting involved in shit that you don't have the full story for. Karma ain't gonna miss. And another thing, flying monkeys, if something happens where that narcissist gets locked up or what have you for doing whatever fraud or God knows whatever, if you think that narcissist ain't gonna start talking, let me tell y'all, let me remind y'all of something, okay? There are plenty of networks out there right now that are strictly for true crime. What does that tell you? That tells you there are a lot of messed up people in the world. When you can make more than one network for true crime. Look, y'all, there are people on there on true crime stories that the people that's laying right next to them has taken out a life insurance policy on them. So I go back to the flying monkey again, and I ask you, what if you find out that the person that you were stalking for the narcissist, what if you find out there was a life insurance policy out on this poor little victim now? This poor little victim who ain't done nothing but trying to get their life together and leave and get away from this narcissist. That's all they did. And yet, flying monkey, now you are really part of a crime now. Whoo! So basically, what I'm saying is, don't get yourself involved in things that you don't know the full story about. And matter of fact, don't get involved at all. Because if anybody got to pay you to do harm to somebody else or track them or follow them or whatever, that's not a person that's wrapped too tight. I hate to tell you, because that's not normal life. Okay, most people get up and they have things to do. Chores, go to church, go grocery shopping, play video. There's 1,000 things to do. But a narcissist wakes up daily to try to figure out how they're going to screw their victim over. Now tell me that isn't somebody that needs some professional help. And you flying monkeys, stop believing them, because they're not telling you the whole story. Matter of fact, everything they're saying is most likely a lie. So be careful what you're getting yourself attached to, okay? Because once you are attached to a narcissist and you doing devilish deeds, you may not come out all unscathed. Matter of fact, you're not going to come out unscathed, because karma don't miss. Karma doesn't miss. And just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it won't happen to somebody you love. Karma don't miss. Be careful what you try to do to others, because karma does come back around. But don't forget, also, there's a good side of karma too. So where do you think that good karma is going to go? To that victim, the one that did nothing wrong. And then you're going to sit there and you're going to wonder, why is my life so effed up? Because you did something effed up. Okay? So I appreciate y'all listening to my good old lesson today about flying monkeys. I hope you listen to what I say, take it to heed. Live your life cautiously if you are dealing with people that they have a victim mentality. And just be careful, all right? Continue to be kind, be good, and have a great Sunday, okay? Peace and love, for real, for real.